Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, welcome to another episode of Mission to Mastery, the UPWA Dennis Tan edition. For those that have been watching this and have been following me, thank you and welcome back. And for those that are joining me for the first time, a big warm welcome to you. And if you have been following me for the last 12 episodes, and this message is somewhat beneficial to you, to your friends, to your network, to your community, please do not hesitate to share this message, this video with your friends so that they get to hear this teaching and sharing and inspiration, and hopefully you can help them to take some form of action and do something that they always wanted to do. All right, so welcome back and welcome. So today is episode 13, and if you notice, for the last 13 episodes, the last 3 episodes, I have been inviting guests to come in and share with me and ask yourself, the audience, on how Tony Robbins has actually transformed their life. And I just want to make this clear because all the guests that I invite, they have been through the fire walk, they've been through the deacon process, they've been through the success conditioning on day 2, they went through the health and vitality energy lessons and experience on day 4. Basically, they all went through the same program. But if you agree, they all have a different kind of breakthrough. So moving forward, all the guests that I am going to invite, they are not going to talk about the same fire walk, the same deacon process. It's going to be the same thing. But what they're going to share is this. They're going to share how that program has impacted them and changed their life to do what they are supposed to be doing today and for the rest of their life. It's the tool that they use resulted them in becoming who they are today. That's what you would like to hear, rather than the same fire walk. Well, we all know it's a fire walk. Rather, this time it's not going to be fire walk. It's a virtual camp, a virtual 4 days program. So it's going to be break walking. Okay, again, we'll talk about that later on. But the context is the same. All right, and the content is also the same. But we want to talk about the breakthrough that they have gathered from what they have learned. So enough of me. Today I want to bring up this very, 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 very special guest. I've known her for 2012. I think more than 10 years. And she has helped me to start my first business in 2009. And this year again, she helped me to start my business 10 years later. And she has been a very good advisor to me and encouraging me how I can bring in more value and how can I continue what I do daily, even in terms of this current pandemic. She is somebody that I always seek for learning, somebody that I ask for advice when I come to any challenge in business, because this woman, she has full of knowledge. She's very experienced in business startup. So a little bit about her. She's a law graduate from UK, founder of this company called JPS Consultant, a boutique business consultancy, helping entrepreneurs from incorporation to growing their companies and also their businesses. She's no stranger in the area of business and people, and she's a very personable lady who you just love to connect with her. And she recently, I heard this is her breakthrough. She recently launched a YouTube channel called Daily People Skills, sharing her experience and tips on how to connect with people. All right, and she's also awarded the Best Branding Award Entrepreneur category by the Marketing Institute of Singapore, having recognized by the People Connector. She's also been featured in the Straits Times Me and My Money section in a special 4-part Entrepreneur Investor series. Now, all these are her credentials, but I want to tell you this woman is amazing. She's inspiring, and she has a lot of heart, and she's very sincere. So I can't wait for her to share with you about her lesson that she has gathered from Tony Robbins and her breakthrough. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's put our hand together, give her a virtual clap, and welcome Eunice Tan. Thank you. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon, Eunice. Looking good.
Hello. Yeah, you look good yourself too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. And we have known each other for many years. And we all went through the process together during UPW, and the biggest for me was during Date with Destiny. And you saw my transformation as well. And it's been a journey. We believe in education, we believe in training, we believe in adding value and inspiring people. And what you have been doing right now, not just offline doing business, but online you're also doing your daily people skill motivation. That is truly a breakthrough for you. And for you to be doing that, I must applaud you, and it's truly amazing. So thank you for that. So Eunice, very quick, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Thank you for having me. It's a privilege, and it's really an honor to be here. I don't take it lightly. And thanks for watching this. And you need to continue to watch Dennis Tan. Okay, he's an inspiration to me as well. Okay, I've seen how he has grown from a boy to man, and how he has grown. And we have seen each other's vulnerability. We have seen we have celebrated each other's success and all. We were there in tears and laughter. And It was really, really great. And I think that's the best part about the entrepreneur journey, because, the money making it will come. But the thing is that the people that you meet along the way, the character, personal development along the way it's just so valuable. It's money cannot buy. Right, so a little bit about myself is that I graduated with a law degree from University of Manchester. So yes, I grew to become a Manchester United fan, so don't hate me, okay? All the Liverpool fans and Chelsea fans, don't hate me. Just so happen, when you spend 7 years there, you can't help it. And David Beckham was there. So, we tend to look at the guys, okay? Not the ball, not the game, yeah. Okay, so I came back. I start working in a law firm in the corporate department for 2.5 years, and 2.5 years, and I start to ask myself, although I love law, but I start to ask myself, do I want to do this for the rest of my life? So what I did was that, I decided to go for the other love, which is actually business. So I launched my JPS consultancy, my business consultancy at that point in time in 2010. So all these 10 years, we have, that's when about the time where I met Dennis. So and we were in another program, and then that's how we met each other. And then we started the journey together. And from that program, it introduced me to Tony Robbins, UPW. And I heard about him before that, but then, just from his books, that's all. And then finally, I got a chance to meet this giant, right? And I'm really curious, who is this guy and all that. So, it was a really, really an eye-opener, really a big breakthrough. We'll cover that later on. But during these 10 years, I started my business consultancy, help people to start their business. And because I truly believe business can eradicate a lot of problems in this world. If you look at a big picture, and it can also solve a lot of problems in terms of your personal life. And the most important thing, what made me want to start my business, is really the freedom. And because one day I was in the law firm, and then the partners having a little bit of disagreement, and I was thinking to myself, my goodness, there are 5 partners. If ever one day they decided to disband the partnership, and then they really can actually survive on their own. They don't need me, Then
Yes.
I was like, I will be out of job. And by then I was already like in my 30s, and I can't compete with the young ones and all that. But having my own business actually gives me the freedom and give me the control back. And really, UPW actually gave me the courage to go ahead and do it as well. And so 10 years, on and off, we took part in many different personal development courses, and we went overseas, whether it's Malaysia or Australia. So it was really, really a very good journey and eye opener. The self-discovery is really, I can't even have words to describe for it. And what you see now, when whoever is watching this, what you see now, and you should have seen us 10 years ago, right? And when we first began, oh my God, that is like really in Singlish, right? In Singapore language, we call it like very twigs that cannot make it. It's like nobody would take a second look at us. But we press on, and for me, I use some of the tools that I learned from UPW and Date with Destiny. Definitely, Tony Robbins has really impacted me in my life, and personally and professionally as well.
Thank you very much. I always remember, Eunice, when you told me about starting a business. it's not just the money part, but also adding value. At the same time, it's easy to start a business and it's also easy to close a business. And what you have actually advised me is to continue to operate the business, because that give me accountability. So instead of shutting down, that business itself has to make me think of how can I generate more value and revenue to the company. And that actually give me the accountability and the courage to continue this, because this is just great information and tool that you share with me. Subconsciously, having a business, I would think of how I can continue rather than closing it down. And that allow me to check out and become lazy and not accountable. So that piece of information that I have learned from you, right, has been very valuable for me. And I have been thinking of that. And, since then, I have been creating value and income. So that was a very good piece of advice.
Okay, thank you. That was like, I didn't even realize the impact I have on, and then when I said that
simple
to you.
Things, little things. That's what Tony says. It's a 2 little shift, that can propel your life forward.
Yes, I remember the 2 thing. That technique actually helped me as well. Yeah.
Right. So, Tony Robbins, 4 days, 12 hours a day, 48 hours. We cannot describe how impactful the program is. Everyone went through what they went through, the fire walk, the deacon process. But I believe there's always something that impact you, something that impact us individually that is very powerful for us. So what is that one thing that impact you that until today, after 10 years, right, you're still using it, you're still practicing it because it helped you? What is that one thing, if you can recall?
Wow, really, really one thing only. So many things. Can I have like 1A, 1B, 1C? Yeah. Lawyer, we like to go for small prints, right? Yeah. One thing, but got 500 different parts to it.
Yeah, ABCD, yes.
Okay. I think if really I can only choose one thing, right? If I can, I will have top 3 or 5. But if really want to have one thing is he always, throughout the whole UPW, and Day with Destiny is also, of course, another amazing experience. But we go to UPW first, because I think going through UPW is a very good foundation before you go to Day with Destiny. Not that you cannot go first, but I think the impact is better. So the one thing that really helps me and until now is to the best version that you are, to be the best version in whatever you do. So that is something that Tony Robbins advocates a lot. And I'm someone who like to see the uniqueness in everybody, because I truly believe everybody is unique in this world. Okay. Before I go on, if I speak too fast or too slow or too loud, too soft, please let me know. Okay. I have been told I speak like a bullet train, so slow me down. Okay. So this is also one of the things that I learned from him in terms of be the best version of whoever you are and whatever you do, and the spirit of excellence. It doesn't matter. And I remember during one of the classes, he said that even if you are a homemaker, so don't look down on this homemaker. You are not just a homemaker. You're molding the future. Actually,
that's
homemaker is the most difficult occupation in this world. And then if you are the CEO, so be the best CEO you can. If you are, he started off as a janitor, right? So do it with the best. And I remember there was, if you recall, and it helps me to recall one story of a life example of a MediaCorp actor. He's no longer acting, but Xu Shaoguang, I think his name is Xu Shaoguang. He started off acting as a calefare, as an extra in the show, and he was sweeping the floor. He was acting like a trash can, I think. So, but he just did it, even if in his words, right, 扫地都要扫得好. That means even if I sweep the floor, I must do the best. Sweep the floor very clean. Yeah, and he invited me of that. So with that, I always remember whatever I do, it must prosper in my hands. It must be fruitful. It must bloom in my hand, and whatever I touch shall be fruitful. Shall be good. And and with that, right, all the things start to fall into place, because with that, people build confidence in you, people build trust in you, people respect you. So even little things, right, they know that whenever they pass something to me, it's considered it done, right? And they also actually drill me, in some of the few words that it's really all these little things that make me build up the trust and respect from other people. Yeah, and of course other things like the 2 mm difference and fireworks. You say I can. I thought you say I can talk about fireworks. Now I cannot talk about fireworks, is it?
Okay, now you can. You can talk about fireworks.
Okay, fireworks, right? For those of you who have been hearing us talking about fireworks, right? It's really so amazing. That's why we keep talking about it, because it's really so amazing. And I went to UPW because I want to do the fireworks. And for UPW, my first UPW experience was in 2009, right? I went with some friends, and we were so happy and looking forward to fireworks. And it's actually quite kind of scary when you look at it, right? So we did all the preparation and everything. And the thing is that, you see, the fireworks itself is such a good experience. I actually, in 2009, I didn't just walk once, I walked twice. Okay, because the first time, right, when I walked, actually it was quite fast. It was so fast, like, finish already? And then somebody came up to us and said, I walked 3 times, like dare me like that.
Yes.
So me and my friends like, okay, let's go again. And then we walked the second time. And I got blister after that because I got a bit distracted and all. But it's okay. I mean, it's only blister. But the thing is that, you see, the fireworks itself is really, I learned, but the lesson I took away from there was that when it looks scary, but when I walked the first time around, it wasn't scary. It wasn't as scary as I thought, as it looks. And then I always remember the experience, and I use it whenever I want to do something new. So, for example, I launched my YouTube channel this year. I started to go online and do all my Facebook Live. And to be honest, right, this is not my forte. I can talk to people face to face. Not an issue. I'm used to talking to hundreds and thousands of people. Not an issue. Because you see, when you talk face to face, you get interactions. Like this. One person is also good enough already. And the bigger the crowd, right, it's easier for me, because you see a lot of people scared of crowd, right? But actually, you don't see anybody except for the first few rows. So I can just pretend they are listening to me. They haven't fallen asleep. They laugh at my jokes, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So, but when it's a small group, you can see their facial expression. You can tell they are bored or they are falling asleep, right? So for me, bigger crowd is quite easy. But the thing is that when you talk to machine, talk to laptop, talk to cameras, I don't know why I just like froze. I just really, it's really frozen, and I really got to sing that song. And then I always go back to what this firework experience to tell me that it's not that scary. Even if it's scary, it looks scary at first, and you just do it. Just go out and take the first step, and that's it, and the rest is easy already. And the breakthrough will come at some point. You just need to put left foot forward, right foot forward. Yeah. And so last year, 10 years apart, right? Last year we did the firework again. 10 years apart is another experience. In between, I went for another 1 or 2. So each time, people ask me, haven't you been there before? But each time is different, because your life stage is different also. And you learn different things, you pick up different things as well. Because Tony Robbins shares so much things, It's like one of my friends told me, like, in Chinese Kung Fu, right, there's this special Kung Fu called 降龙十八掌, right? How to translate? It's like taming the dragon in 18 different ways. Okay, so but at each point there's only so much your brain can absorb, right? So at each stage, I pick up some of the things that I learned and I apply. 5 years later, I go back and I pick up different things and I apply. It's just different things. Yeah. So I went with my friends on these occasions. And we go through the same activity, but we pick up different things, like what you said earlier on as well. Yeah.
100%. So every time you walk on fire, the feeling of unstoppable just came in. So even though, let's face it, we are still facing fear, we are still facing challenges, we are still facing obstacles. It's a daily affair. But because of the tools that we have gathered from Tony Robbins, the strategies that we have learned from him on how to overcome, walk on your fire. Because at the end of the day, right, we have that fear of walking on fire, but when we walk over, right, it's actually nothing. We have the fear of starting a business. We have the fear of approaching that particular somebody that we like to date. We have a fear of picking up a call. But all these fear are actually make up in the mind. But once we can overcome that, actually is the ability to do the impossible. And I believe that's where you have gathered that information, that tool, and apply it in your life daily, facing the camera, talking to people, I mean, it's really applicable on a daily basis.
Yeah, so a lot of people have this misconception, myself included, right? When we think about fearless, as in don't have fear. But actually, fearless means just to overcome fear, managing your fear. So fear is not, it's actually neutral. It's there to, it's not there in a way, it's there to help you because, you know, on the caveman era, it's supposed to help you to protect you. But when you go, let it control you, let it manage you, when you become a slave to fear instead of master to fear, then that's when things go overboard. So it's about managing it. So a lot of people then say how to manage it, how to overcome it, how to control it, how to be master. And this is where all the tools come in. So sometimes there are activities that we do during class that ingrained in us that no matter what is already part of us. It's like brush teeth, wash hair, that kind of thing, right? You don't even have to think about it. So it's just very quickly we just internalize it. And not only you do it, you actually do it even more because you have the courage to do even more. Like I mentioned, right, we walked the second time. We thought we couldn't even do the first time, and yet we did the second time. And 10 years later, we did it again and again. So so for my Facebook Live, I was so scared, right? And but now I'm actually I'm doing it on a daily basis. I actually have 2 rounds of Facebook Live to do every day, Monday to Friday, because I do 3 days on daily people skills, and I do 2 days on business skills on my other channel. Nice. So it's like, wow, not only you do what you really go beyond what you were afraid of. And people think that, wow, you know, I'm fearless. You didn't see the part when the stage where the chapter of my life where I'm so scared, I don't dare to do anything. But there's something inside me that says, you know, I'm destined to do something big. I'm destined to do something or impact people's life. And there's always a destiny for me. There's a purpose in me. And I believe many of you who are watching this also feel so like it's not necessarily something as big like, oh, I want to be Bill Gates. Or nothing wrong with that. Or you want to be the president of USA. Go ahead and do that. Okay, one thing is about Tony Robbins, right? During his class, he will tell you, go for whatever that you want to go. Don't be afraid, right? But at the same time, if you don't want to go for this, right? If you want to go to a big house, go for the big house, go for it. But if you want to have the small house, because if you find a small house is more cozy, go ahead and do it as well. There's no shame, no embarrassment. Don't care. Don't just ignore what people say. I think that is so precious because a lot of us, I just did a video on comparison, right? That, you know, a lot of us compare and we have build our values on how people look at us. And I think one of the, really using this tool, one of the results I have is that I really be very clear in my goal. So, which is one of the things he actually covered as well. Be very clear in your goal setting. And when you set your goal, don't set your goal because the world said this. The world say you must make $1 million, then you are happy. The world say you must make $1 million, then you are successful, right? Every year I rediscover this definition of success. In fact, I think he also asked, what is your definition of success right from the beginning? And every year is a bit different. And I like his, he has one video that he shows every January, right, about goal setting. And you go and watch it. Okay, I won't do a spoiler alert, but I watch it every January. It's so amazing. You can watch it like 101 times. In fact, sometimes there was a period of time I watched once every month to remind me. And I actually came up with my own goal setting tool that help other people as well. So he not only he shared the tools I use, I apply, I can also adapt to my style, right? Because sometimes, you know, we are all different. So something, you know, I need to tweak it a little bit. And not only that, I also be able to create something and build on that and create something that is, I can call it mine. And I can see the results when I use it for other people and on other people, they see the results as well. So I think that's the amazing part. Not many trainers have that impact, I believe.
Awesome. I think what you have shared here is impeccable. I tell you, you're definitely one of the best students I have heard so far that learned from Tony and, you know, applying daily basis. I applaud you for that. And truly, we will love to continue with you. We will love to have you on our next episode. Maybe we'll arrange for another date. But today, I think we have enough nuggets, enough information, and enough tools to hear from you. Lastly, Eunice, before we call you off today, what will be the message that you want to share with the audience that's watching this video right now?
I think just go for it. You have to go for it, right? Just go for it because it's just so amazing, and I see the way his course itself, he himself is so alive. He has changed it to virtual, which a lot of people think is not possible because his is so life experience, but he has make it happen again, and he doesn't let anything stop him. And you can, just by watching that, you can actually get some inspiration for yourself and do it your own method. And I think you just just go for it.
Yes.
Because no, seriously, it's definitely worth your time, worth your money. And and I've not met anyone who has been there and regret going there. So not a single one. The only
100%.
regret they have is that they never attend earlier.
That's
my
right.
only regret as well.
Correct. But it's never too late. There's always opportunity. There's always now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eunice, appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for sharing these valuable lessons and information. And I look forward again to invite you on my next show. And I look forward to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, Eunice. Bye. So, my friends, once again, thank you for watching this. I cannot explain and share enough how UPW has actually impact us, impact my friends, my audience, my client, my customer, the people out there. It's all about taking massive action, and all the information that you need to learn, you need to see, you need to read about is on this website, missiontomastery.com. Go and read all that you want. But I can tell you at the end of the day, right, you can read something. You can read on how to cycle, you can read on how to swim. But the only way to cycle, the only way to learn how to swim is to do it, is to jump into the pool, of course, shallow pool, right? Is to get on the bike and just start paddling. It's all about taking action. And this is the best time. There's no other best time than now. And if you hear from Eunice, it's all about taking action and, go towards your potential, who you will become after that 4 days. What can you do? Where is your potential? Where is your fire? Where is your passion? Where is your energy? All right. So I look forward to see you again, to inspire you, to value add to you. And if this is something where you felt is valuable, please click the share button and watch with your friends. And I definitely hope to inspire you even more in the next episode. So tomorrow we have another guest. Now this guy is an entrepreneur. He was a $1 million consultant that turned into a film maker. $1 million consultant into a film maker today. And he finally found his passion, or rather he already know he's passionate about it, but he will stick to it and do it because that's what he wants. So it's not everything about the money, it's about what you will love to do, and the money will come. So thank you so much for watching this episode 13. Tomorrow, episode 14, I will see you in the next episode of Mission to Mastery. Take care.